One of the most important industrial programs in Russia's aviation sector today is the MC-21 airliner. This next-generation narrow-body aircraft is designed to gradually replace Western-built jets in Russian airline fleets. The aircraft was developed as Russia's response to modern jets like the Airbus A320neo and the Boeing 737 family. However, the scale of production required to meet domestic demand is enormous. Altitude Addicts, the YouTube channel bringing you this aviation analysis, explains that the program is now entering a decisive phase. Russia must soon transition from development and testing to sustained industrial production. During a recent meeting of Russia's aviation regulator, Rosaviatsia, Deputy Prime Minister Vitaly Savelyev revealed a major development. The national airline Aeroflot plans to acquire up to 200 MC-21 aircraft by the year 2033. This announcement highlights both the strategic importance of the aircraft and the scale of the manufacturing challenge ahead. The aircraft is produced by the Russian manufacturer Yakovlev. Altitude Addicts notes that meeting Aeroflot's acquisition timeline will require extremely rapid production. If large-scale production begins soon, Yakovlev may need to deliver roughly one aircraft every 2 weeks. That pace reflects the urgency of Russia's effort to rebuild a fully domestic commercial aviation industry. It also shows how central the MC-21 has become to the country's aviation strategy. To better understand the scale of this challenge, it helps to examine the aircraft itself. The MC-21 is designed as a modern medium-range narrow-body airliner. In a typical two-class configuration, the aircraft can carry roughly 165 to 175 passengers. Its design aims to compete directly with aircraft such as the Boeing 737 MAX and the Airbus A320neo. Altitude Addicts explains that the aircraft incorporates several modern engineering features. One of the most notable is its advanced composite wing. Composite materials reduce weight and improve aerodynamic efficiency. This helps lower fuel consumption and operating costs. The fuselage of the MC-21 is also slightly wider than that of many competing narrow-body aircraft. This allows for a larger cabin and improved passenger comfort. However, the aircraft's development has been far from straightforward. Early prototypes relied heavily on Western components. These included engines, avionics systems, and specialized composite materials. Geopolitical tensions and sanctions forced Russia to redesign the aircraft. Altitude Addicts explains that the program shifted toward a fully import-substituted version. In other words, the aircraft now relies almost entirely on domestically produced components. Developing these replacements required major technological efforts across Russia's aerospace sector. New avionics systems, composite materials, and engines had to be created locally. As this redesign progressed, another challenge emerged. The fully domestic version of the aircraft still requires final certification. Current plans suggest that certification could be completed by the end of the year, 2026. Large-scale deliveries to airlines will likely begin afterward. Altitude Addicts explains why this timeline creates pressure for the manufacturer. Aeroflot still expects to receive around 200 aircraft by 2033. If full-scale deliveries begin around 2026 or 2027, the production window becomes relatively short. Only 6 or 7 years would remain to complete the entire order. When the numbers are examined, the challenge becomes clear. Delivering 200 aircraft in roughly 7 years requires about 28 to 30 aircraft per year. Altitude Addicts calculates that this equals roughly one aircraft every 13 to 14 days. Such a pace would require a highly efficient production system. Aeroflot itself plays a central role in this plan. The airline is expected to become the launch customer and the largest operator of the MC-21. The airline group is currently undergoing a major fleet modernization program. This program emphasizes aircraft built within Russia. Altitude Addicts notes that the airline plans to significantly increase the proportion of domestic aircraft in its fleet. This includes the Superjet regional aircraft and the Tu-214 narrow-body jet. However, the MC-21 is the centerpiece of the strategy. It is intended to replace many Airbus A320 and Boeing 737 aircraft currently operated by Aeroflot. According to current plans, the airline expects to receive more than 100 MC-21 aircraft by the end of the decade. Total deliveries could approach 200 aircraft by 2032 or 2033. Such a large order guarantees strong domestic demand. But it also places enormous pressure on the production system. Altitude Addicts explains that the aircraft is assembled at the Irkutsk aviation plant in eastern Siberia. This facility is one of Russia's largest aerospace manufacturing centers. In recent years, the plant has undergone extensive modernization. New composite manufacturing facilities and assembly lines have been built. Automation technologies have also been introduced to improve efficiency. The goal is to create a production system capable of manufacturing dozens of aircraft each year. However, increasing production rates is a complex process. Aircraft manufacturing relies on highly specialized supply chains. Altitude Addicts explains that dozens of suppliers provide essential components. These include avionics systems, landing gear, composite materials, and cabin equipment. Any disruption in this network could slow production. That risk becomes greater when the aircraft relies almost entirely on domestic suppliers. One particularly critical component is the engine. The MC-21 is powered by the PD-14 turbofan engine. The engine is produced by the Perm Motors facility of United Engine Corporation. It was specifically developed to replace Western engines originally planned for the aircraft. Altitude Addicts explains that engine production must expand dramatically. 2 engines are required for each aircraft. Aeroflot's planned order of 200 aircraft alone would therefore require at least 400 engines. Additional spare engines would also be needed. If engine production cannot keep pace, aircraft assembly could quickly slow down. In modern aviation programs, engine supply is often the most sensitive bottleneck. Beyond engines, the entire aerospace supply chain must operate smoothly. Suppliers across Russia produce avionics, landing gear, structural components, and interior systems. Altitude Addicts points out another complication. Many of these suppliers are also involved in military production. Balancing civil aviation manufacturing with defense priorities can create logistical challenges. This makes supply chain coordination even more important. If certification proceeds according to plan, deliveries could begin gradually in the late 2020s. Initial deliveries may occur in limited numbers around 2026 or 2027. As production stabilizes, the annual output could rise significantly by the end of the decade. Aeroflot could eventually receive dozens of aircraft each year. Altitude Addicts notes that by around 2030, the airline may operate more than 100 MC-21 aircraft. Remaining deliveries would then follow in the early 2030s. Although domestic demand will dominate early production, Russia has long hoped the aircraft could succeed in export markets. Before sanctions, several international customers expressed interest. However, exporting the aircraft now presents additional challenges. Certification from international aviation regulators is normally required. Altitude Addicts explains that such certification could be difficult under current geopolitical conditions. Some international airlines may also hesitate to rely on supply chains centered in Russia. For this reason, the MC-21 will likely focus on the domestic market during its early years. Future export efforts may target airlines in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. Ultimately, the success of the MC-21 will serve as a major test for Russia's aviation industry. Producing a modern passenger aircraft at scale requires advanced engineering and a reliable industrial ecosystem. Altitude Addicts concludes that Yakovlev may need to deliver one aircraft roughly every 2 weeks to satisfy Aeroflot's order. Achieving that pace would represent a remarkable industrial achievement. If production ramps up successfully, the MC-21 could become the backbone of Russian airline fleets for decades. It would also demonstrate Russia's ability to sustain large-scale civil aircraft manufacturing. But if delays occur, airlines could face shortages of modern aircraft during a period when Western jets remain restricted. For this reason, the MC-21 program is widely seen as a defining project for Russia's aviation sector. With certification expected by the end of 2026 and hundreds of aircraft already planned, the coming decade will be decisive. The aircraft represents not only a technological milestone, but also a crucial test of Russia's industrial resilience in global aviation. If you liked the video, please subscribe, share, and like. Also, please take the membership of Altitude Addicts to encourage us.